College golf athlete Trenton is going to get a swing check here. My name is Ryan Scott Golf Fit. We're going to hop into the swing check, take a look and see what is going on. First, overall posture and setup. I can see that your feet are slightly inside to out, which is good. That's going to promote that club moving inside to out as well. It looks though it might just be the angle, but it looks like your feet are really close together. I would suggest giving yourself a little bit more width and then putting the pressure on the insides of your feet to create a stable foundation for you to swing on. After that, everything else looks good. Club goes through the belly button, the primary swing plane line goes through the belly button, which is what we want. As you take the club away, you do take the club slightly inside. This starts that kind of over-the-top motion that we talked about in the text, in the DMs. So when the club goes underneath first, that starts the rotation of the shoulder. This is kind of like what I had mentioned to you, is it starts the rotation of that shoulder going back first, and then by the time you get to the back, your next move has to be over the top. That's just because the shoulder can only rotate from backwards to forwards and forwards to backwards. So when you start off with that club going back behind you first, the shoulder to work through its natural rotation now has to go forward in the downswing, which is why you get that little bit of over the top steep club play there. Now, yours isn't bad and yours is totally playable. But if you want to get to the highest level, that is definitely something that you need to eventually reverse. So that's the easiest way to fix it. I know you talked about it a little bit in the messages as well. The easiest way to fix this, Trenton, instead of allowing the shoulder to rotate back first and then forward, you have to reverse the loop. So essentially what you're doing is you're going to feel almost like you now are going to have an outside takeaway, where the club goes out this way more so that the club can go more up the primary swing plane line, then get up to the top and loop down and around this way. Once you start to feel that move where that shoulder rotation is completely reversed rather than backwards to forwards, you're going to go forwards to backwards. Almost obviously, like an extreme example of this would be like Matthew Wolff, if you know his golf swing. We don't need to go that extreme. You can still keep it within the normal bounds of a swing plane, but just by reversing the loop of that shoulder, it's going to help with your transition. And then once your transition is fixed, you're able to get that club staying behind you longer. Then when you get down to the bottom of the golf swing, you have great hip turn. You have great shoulder tilt. Most players struggle with that right shoulder tilt. You're getting tons of right shoulder tilt. You've got great hip turn. You're posting onto your left side. So you have a lot of good things working for you. It's just that one little transition piece that's kind of working against you. Because of that, when you get to the bottom, you still attack the golf ball from the inside, which is great. But you're kind of having to catch up with your hands because of that over the top move. The way I can tell that is by how much that club face is having to over rotate at the end. But overall, it's a really good golf swing. And I think that you'll be really happy once you do the drills enough and you start to feel like you're skipping a rock on the lake a little bit more with that shoulder rotation. That's literally the feeling, is you want to feel like you're skipping a stone on the lake. If you know that sensation, once you start to feel that more, you're going to start to see that ball striking improves. It's going to be really weird at first because it's a completely different feel, but you'll get it down and it'll be a lot more efficient. So I hope that helps. As always, aim small, swing smooth. Peace.